From here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there was nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of the fire, was not aware of the nightmare, but when I stopped to see those eyes begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've got to try. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have the time to fight. If I wake tonight, I'm so tired tonight, I'm falling asleep.
Alright, Dirt fans, welcome alive Midnight Madness. That's right, we're here at Eldora Speedway here tonight for some mighty midget racing out here for the VLR Midnight Madness. Myself, Joe White, up here in the booth. I'm accompanied by the Hylomaniac himself, David Hyloman. How you doing, David?
We're doing good tonight, Joe.
Man, I tell you what, we got the micro midgets out here tonight.
Yeah, these boys are fast and they maneuver quickly and they can fit in tight spaces and put them on a big old wide track like Eldora. Wouldn't be surprised if we see some 4-5 wide racing.
Absolutely. Sorry about that, folks. I had to bring up my chat box here so I can actually watch all the chats. So there you go. VLR, Gary Boosty. Who's Gary Boosty?
Gary Brucey. Probably our good old friend Bill Aarons, I'm guessing.
Oh, okay. Well, he's in the field. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, David, you know, man, last week it was a thriller. I mean, these guys out here, they had fun. Tonight, though, man, these things, man, they're non-wing sprint style. They got to be a handful. They look so small out there on that track.
Oh yeah, I was just looking at the times and I was surprised you had Garrett Eberge and Randall Carter up there 1-2. You know, those are normal big heavy late model guys coming out here and putting in a good showing in these, you know, little lightweight midgets.
It's going to be an awesome show. Plus Tommy Rowe, look at him up there. Now, you know, we just got done with the Sim Race for Hope 74 race. We was just talking about that. And, you know, me and Tommy, we commentated in the server one. I appreciate everybody tuning in there. It was live on the Team VLR and OSR network on YouTube and Twitch. That's the same thing. We're live here right now. But it was awesome. And I was just talking about it, man. You missed getting into the feature by one spot. I mean, it was a dogfight battle back there, though, man.
Hey man, you ain't have to bring it up again for me, man.
Well, but it was it was a good race. I mean, I know, and your standpoint, you're like, man, it sucked. Yeah. But boy, I'm gonna tell you what, y'all were just I mean, it was a fisticuffs fight back there. And here's the thing, though, there was a lot of heavy hitter names that were back there trying to get in.
Oh yeah, and the way the fields were split, it's even still, you know, it was 100-something odd drivers, and there's just stacked names. Even, you know, didn't even make the prelim feature when missed out from the B main, and it was just like, yeah, once I got knocked back to that kind of middle part of the pack, it was every man for themselves, because everybody was rubbing and hitting and, you know, trying not to run each other over, and there was a lot of cautions, but I was surprised that, you know, we were able to get a nice green flag run there at the end, and just didn't quite have the car to do it.
Yeah, I hate that. And I am watching Howard Weaver out here do his best imitation of donuts out there. The man's going to be dizzy. Hope he ain't on an Oculus Rift, because he'd have done fell out the chair by now. He's out in the middle of the track just spinning around and around and around and around.
Yeah, these things, you might see that once or twice tonight as he disconnects it.
Well, but
yeah,
someone might race.
Yeah, they'll enter the corner and they'll get a little too sideways, but they might get tapped around and they'll be able to swing it right back around and save it real quick, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Well, here we go. We're getting set here to go green flag racing tonight. Let me see if I can't get our pull up our grid in order right here fast, because Lewis Hewitt showing the man he puts it on pole. With Garrett Eberge there on the outside. Randall Carter starting in third, fourth place man. Tommy Rowe, fifth place. Greg Throne. Dean James starting in sixth, seventh place. Trevor Throne. Cole Newhoff in there in eighth. Ninth place man, Randall Plies. And round out the top 10, Khalib, is that Selner? I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we move to the rest of this field, man, I tell you what, there's a lot of talent out here tonight.
One thing I saw, Tommy Rowe assessed himself in EOL penalty, so whatever it is, he doesn't want to start up in that fourth position. He's going to elect to put himself in the back.
Hate that.
Ronald Piles also seems to want one, so I don't know. Some guys might be a little nervous getting in these tiny little midgets and winding them up around at the front of the field.
Yeah, as we're getting set to go here, green flag racing, and Jeremy, you're right. Jeremy Capone. I think it's Capon, ain't it? Is it Capon? Capron?
It's whatever you want it to be, Joe.
Man, I mess up names all the time, and I apologize to these drivers. Hey, what's up, Bob? How you doing out there? I mess it up all the time, but I do call him the gangster. And, you know, speaking of Jeremy, why ain't you out here? You're in the chat, man. Come on. These guys out here, you need to light them up.
Hey, he might have been one of those other guys who was, you know, just scared to get out and run these ones. Yeah, I don't know. There's.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, I don't see why. I mean, he's good.
Yep, he's only 16 drivers showed up tonight. Whether it was because we did have to make a server change, that might have confused some people, or just the cars. But I mean, it's a good track. The track's going to start really. The track usage is going to be really low, so you're going to see a lot of. There's going to be multiple grooves, because it's going to be hammer down racing from the start.
Absolutely, these guys are going to have fun out here, and that's what it's about here. Midnight Madness here tonight. It's going to be some madness with these awesome. I call them micro midgets out here, but they are midgets, sprint midgets out here. It's going to be some good ones. They look so small behind that. I'm used to seeing the big sprint cars and the late models out there, and the street stocks behind that pace truck.
Yeah, like I said, these guys can sure wind it up, and they'll get up on the high banks, but they'll be able to dig real low on the wall, and it's certainly gonna be interesting because you're gonna see a lot of swapping going into turn one, and crossovers, slide job. You could slide 3 or 4 people and cross them back over the next corner. It's gonna be hectic right in the middle of the pack there.
I got you. Vinny says doesn't have the midgets. We need to buy these things, man. Now look,
Oh.
I got all these cars out here, and I don't even race none of them. That's okay. Pace trucks in. We're going racing here at Eldora. Boy, they scream to life. Another thing about these cars, too, I like seeing, did a race the other day, is, man, they will lift that front left tire off the ground, and it looks cool going around the turn.
Looks cool for sure. Is there about 3 wide in the battle up there for about 3rd spot? There you see him fang out 3, 4 wide in the back. A little bit of contact where everybody seems to keep it straight. Good racing through lap 1.
Yes, it is. Right there is the topside guy, Shane James, sitting in 3rd place. Behind him, Randall Carter. He's in tow, though, as they kind of go single file. Everybody's traveling up top, hanging on to that cushion up high. Caution's out. Caution out.
I was surprised everybody migrated that quickly to the outside with the track this is. I thought I'd be winding that bottom, but it looks like Brandon Steele was the cause for caution there.
All right, let's go back here on the replay here and see if we can't say, oh, yeah, wow, hard lick here. Let's watch what happened. As he comes around, you can just see him lifting that left tire. Well, there's a little bit of contact back there, and, yep, they got together. Look who the other car was. Brandon Steele was able to make it. The other one went up on top of his lid. Actually, that was Chris Martin. Go back one more time because Chris Martin took a ride here. Watch him. Looks like a dead turtle out there.
Yeah, unfortunate for him. Brandon might be able to, I don't know if they have a quick repair, but he might be able to get in the pits, get back around, join the tail end, and get right back in this thing.
Absolutely. Oh, it says Cape Run. I'm sleepy. Too sleepy to man, come on, man. Ah, I hear you. Looks like they're going to take them single file this time. Well, no, they double up now. Okay. Maybe not.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they are single. It's kind of like a wingless thing. I don't really know,
okay.
But they prefer single file restarts. Probably a good thing for this series.
Okay.
A lot of these guys don't have a ton of experience too, but yeah, even in the top series and wingless stuff, it's always single file restarts.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, learn something new all the time. I mean, I know sometimes here at VLR, that's what they do. Is pace trucks in. Here we go. Lewis Hewitt calling him Mr. Money in the Bank man out front. Garrett Niebergy there behind him, but Lewis gets a good jump. Well, they're back at it again, side by side behind them.
Oh, boy.
That's a huge
got
one.
up in the wall with a small mistake, and that puts him around in front of the entire field. And I think one other guy, I think Garrett Niebergy got connected and all that.
Let's go watch here on the
great,
replay what happened. Let the viewers see. Yeah, he took off up front, and he had been up on the wall, and yeah, he just caught the wall. I don't know what the other car you were talking about there, who that was. Yep, that was Garrett Niebergy.
Yeah, he did about a 900 or a 1080 and whipped that thing around about 4 or 5 times.
You know what was impressive there is the guys in the back. They missed him. It could have been a lot worse than what it was, but wow.
I think that's going to end up putting Shane James up in front, so...
I got the dirt vision, Vinny, as far as the shots go, so I kind of let it do its own thing. I don't know why it's not. I can go to more of a closer view. How's that?
Actually, I think they put Garrett. Garrett ended up with the lead. Caution must have came out after Lewis hit the wall and put Garrett in second, even though he spun around about 80 times. Yeah. He's going to keep that car out front, and he's gonna roll with it. Car must be handling fine. He's gonna restart this one in the top spot.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I've got Dirt Vision style cameras for this track here. Usually it does do some pretty good angles. I know it's kind of keeping it wide, but sometimes a good thing. But got to get him in some good green flag running here. That should be a little tighter shot for you there. That'll help out right there.
I withdraw my last statement. He just got waved around the pace car, so Shane James going to bring him back to green.
He is. Shane James does. Drop the hammer down. We're back racing out front here. Randall Carter right behind them. And Cole Newhoffen in the wall. Oh, and he flips end over, end over, end over. Wow.
Oh, and can't get back on four wheels. He's going to have to throw that one back.
I hate that too, man. Sim Speed Shot Machine. See if he just barely catches the wall up on the cushion, it jumps it. And man, I'm gonna tell you, these things, once they start jumping, they just go all over the place, don't they? Oh.
Yeah, they're light, and gravity will dish them out, chew them up, spit them out. Just like you saw there, and we saw it before with, well, not with so much with Garrett, but yeah, it was just unfortunate. You know, Lewis, just last one, saw what happened when he hit the wall, but he was able to put it on all fours and drive it back through pits, but that's going to be some tow-in time for Cole, and he might have to get a couple wave rounds if he wants to join the back of the field. Lewis,
why ain't y'all tell me, man, turn the music off, man? I had the music still
You
going.
had music on the whole time?
I had music on the whole time. Holy cow. I just went and listened to it on my phone, and nobody in the chat say nothing, man. Hey, I know. My bad. I'm sorry. I had the intro music on the whole entire time. That's my bad. Sorry, folks out there. It's amateur night here, I guess, for OSR Network.
And the way they're stacking up on the track, it is there down there too right now. But
yeah, look. If you want to see a good production, go and watch the one this past Tuesday here. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. You used up all of your good voodoo on that one.
Yeah, that's it, no doubt. Well, pace truck's in. Here we go. Shane James drops the hammer. He's back out front again. Randall Carter's trying to run him down. Boy, right behind him though, Trevor Throne. He got way up high, up there high near the wall.
Yep, almost 3 wide for second. Out of turn 2 is Shane James going to pull away out of 4, but right behind him, Trevor Throne is working that high tag, and there's that remember Father's Day? Last Sunday we were on Father's Day. That's that father-son duo I think I was talking about with Greg and Trevor Throne there battling for third.
Okay, look at this battle back in the back. Well, we're under caution. Man, I was about to say battle back here between Brandon Lacey. Still happened. I don't really see. He just kind of stops on the track. I don't know if he had a technical problem, and I don't know why iracing one. And look, Racecore out there said, "What's up, Racecore? How you doing, man?" He said he thought the music was cool. Yeah, but normally don't play it while I'm doing the broadcast, you know.
I don't know, maybe with the way these engines are, maybe he liked that because these they kind of wind up because they're little, I think they're motorcycle engines, so they're kind of like, so I don't know, maybe.
You know, I also look back, I did a Legends race on the dirt one time, and they're about as small as, I call them the clown cars. I'm going to tell you, I'm serious, they look like it. Behind that big pace truck, they look like a bunch of clown cars, man. And when they get when they're in a pack of 3 or 4, it sounds like a bunch of angry weed eaters out there, you know, all over the track.
Oh yeah, and with as much as they're in the gas and at this track at Eldora, that's exactly what we're gonna hear, like a weed eater, like you said.
No doubt about it. Well, here we go. Shane James still out front in this one. Randall Carter, he's up in second.
Don't count out Lewis yet. He's in 11th still, but he's on the lead lap. Don't. I wouldn't count him out just yet. Long race left.
Cole said he just got released from the infield care center. He's got a severe concussion the world has never seen. Back green flag racing the 3 wide behind them though. Trevor Throne, Greg Throne right there. You said it's the father-son duo, right?
Yep. Caution comes out, and I believe so. And if I was Greg Throne, I like the line he's running right now. You know, it's different from everybody else. If everybody's up top, you gotta go somewhere to pass them, and there's still moisture down there to use in
Brandon Steele. Well, he's not having the night he wants. He got turned upside down, caught the tire, hits the wall, and wow, there he goes, flipping it end over end.
Oh yeah, and after that, Chris Martin ended up driving into the wall just after that. Those two were they got together in the first caution, and now they're in this one too.
That's right, Cole. We're glad you're safe. Tell him, man. Tell Howard. Where's Howard? Man, why is Howard out in the chat? I see. Now I'm going to start worrying about these VLR guys, man. Are y'all scared? Y'all scared of the dirt?
Hey, I don't know. Like, I would say that, yeah, I'd say some of the late model guys are scared of the little open wheel midgets, but you got Garrett and Randall still out here fighting all these guys, and you got Shane James out here too. He's HRE Motorsports. And
Vinny says, anybody driven a car? Well, these things ain't the easiest thing in the world, I guess, to drive. They are pretty wild. But, hey, Vinny, I say this, man. Come on out. Man, Midnight Madness. Man, it's open to anybody.
Gary Busey up to the 7th spot from his 11th starting spot. He might be one to watch, too, by the end, as he'll just kind of, almost like the closer, kind of like a Matt Kenseth-esque driver. You know, he'll end up there by the end of it, the way these guys keep racing. Absolutely.
Well, obviously, folks, if you don't care for the dirt stuff here, we do have ovals. We're back to green flag. Shane James is showing these guys how it's done out front, but he's also got Trevor Throne and Randall Carter there behind him, and it looks like we still got some more contact going on in the back. The problem with these cars that I am seeing right now, and that's Garrett Nieberge, and I can tell you fair well that guy knows how to drive. Looks like he's just a victim of circumstance. Boom, right up in there. But what I'm starting to see a little bit, a pattern with these cars, they are open wheels, basically the same thing as as what an Indy car would be, or Grand Prix or whatnot. You cannot get up there side by side and touch each other as much as you can. It seems like that one side, the right side, is more open than what the sprint cars are.
Yeah, it does kind of have that bar in between the wheels where you wouldn't think they're able to hook, but the slightest bit of contact will lift your wheels up off the ground, and if you don't automatically get out of the gas right away, it's hard to save it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If you look on the left side, everything looks kind of flat. They could actually bump a little bit, usually with the sprints. But you're looking at the right-hand side, you see the wheels stick out, and it don't take much to get that thing and climb right up on it. It's almost like a goat-kart. I mean, these things are like big goat-karts. That's really what a good reference would be. That's kind of what I reference any open wheel to, because that's kind of the area that you would come up through. You would come up through the goat-kart area to get up into the Indy cars and so forth. Normally this stuff here is kind of a one-to-one steering almost, close to it. But, yeah, a lot of contact with that wheel. It's going to send you flying.
Yeah, just trying to look at the back of the pack. Just through attrition, it looks like there's only going to be 12. There's only about 11 cars right now left on the track.
Yeah, Brandon Steele, Brendan Lacey, Chris, and Cole all out of it here. So back green. Shane James jumps out front again. Randall Carter right there behind him. He's had Trevor Throne and company, along with Greg Throne and them back there. He's going back just a little bit here because you got Gary Busey there, along with now Lewis Hewitt's making moves to the front.
Yeah, Money Man's coming forward. Whether it be attrition or on race pace, he's going to get that thing back up front. I'm telling you, Greg Throne still working that inside line, but top three are trying to check out on that high side.
Yeah, it is. You got Ronald right there along with Tommy Rowe. Oh, but you just jumped that cushion a little bit and get into the wall. This thing will not. It's unforgiving if you hit that wall.
Yep, Trevor Throne just tapped it a little bit. Was lucky getting flip. Almost hits getting on a turn 2, but that allows Lewis Hewitt to get right to his inside. He's still grabbing that moisture on the bottom. The seg would still be there, and he's trying to get up into that 4th spot. Almost going to clear him. Going to go side by side, into 1 and 2.
Yes, he does. Takes the low line there. Lewis Hewitt does. A man from down under, and he's bringing it back to the top. Almost slides in the front. Oh, there he went. Trevor Throne. The wall jumped out and caught him there, David. Wow, let's watch it again. He jumped cushion, boom, and that's all it took. And that's what I'm talking about. That right side, there's nothing protecting that back tire. And if it catches that wall, it just almost drives you up to the top of it.
Yeah, Lewis was coming up off the bottom. He was trying to keep it down as far as he could, and it just tight squeeze ended up grabbing Trevor on that one, and tough break.
Man, I'm going to tell you what, right now, Lewis Hewitt's a man on a mission, flying up to the front, and awesome. And by the way, race core, man, I check out some of y'all's races. Y'all got some pretty cool stuff, man, going over there. That's oval stuff, David. You don't know nothing about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Oh, I'm going to throw him out the boot.
One thing we were actually just talking about in the VLR chat, I know they have the Road to Pro series is the trucks, right?
Yep, yeah. They got the trucks, the car, or the cup car, obviously, is the main one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that thing's going to Eldora for the Road to Pro series.
They are. I mean, you know, and that is true. And in real life NASCAR, actually, is coming up here pretty soon, in a couple next couple weeks. So they do go to Eldora, one of Tony Stewart's backyard. That's what I call Eldora anyway. So definitely interesting. You know, a big truck like that around a dirt track, man. It's like, whew.
Oh, it's crazy. It's a lot of fun, man. And a couple of us guys, dirt guys, were talking about going in there and spoiling that for some of those regular asphalt oval guys.
Well, come on. I'd like to see it.
Yeah.
See? Pace trucks in. Shane James drops the hammer. HRE Motorsports, and he's got a massive motor up under that thing tonight and looking good. Definitely got it handling good right now. Greg Throne, he's going to opt to take the low line as Lewis Hewitt, he has beaten down his back crash bar.
Yep, Greg got a good start and tried to make his move to the inside, but that might end up leaving the door open for Lewis Hewitt as he's back on the high side hustling again. But he needs to make sure he stays off that wall this time as he tries to chase down your leader, Shane James.
Yes, he does. Lewis Hewitt, a man, and is possessed and trying to do all he can. But Shane James, Randall Carter out front in this one. As Lewis is up in the third, Greg Throne falls back into the 4th place. Clutches there. Let's see about Garrett Nieberge. He goes down the low side. Look at him lift that left tire up off the dirt.
He was way down there leaning on that right rear. He's up in the 9th position trying to chase down Ronald Pies, and right in front of him, Tommy Rowe. He had that EOL, and he's trying to make his way forward from the back of the pack.
Yeah, Mr. Midnight Madness himself right there. Tommy Rowe definitely digging in the dirt here tonight. Looking good. We got 9 to go in this one here at Eldora. Well, these guys, well, they're kind of trying to probably stay off that top lane right now because they don't want that wall jumping out and killing them.
Yeah, laps starting to tick away, but Randall Carter, he's staying right with Shane James. I thought he was almost catching him also, as Lewis Hewitt's still trying to reel them in. Just hoping there's not too many other cautions, if any, so he can has the time to chase those guys down.
He's got a little bit of time, but time is running out because it goes by very quickly. 7 to go in this one, but Lewis Hewitt is on the move. He's got to get by Randall Carter. Everybody's traveling up top side. What happened?
Lewis Hewitt got back into the wall.
Oh, no. Yes, he did. Now he's a ping pong ball for these guys.
Left the server.
Yep. Oh, man. He got up there, and the right tire got to the wall, and boom, it was all she wrote. Wow, the man was climbing to the front there. I hate that.
That's the thing with these, open wheel, but especially the non-wing cars, whether it be the 360 410s or these little midgets. They're very easy to overdrive, and it's almost like the driver who can be the most consistent can be the fast. They might not have the faster car, but if they can be more consistent, they'll definitely end up further ahead in the long run.
Well, it's going to be a pretty much El Facto. It's kind of a green-white style. We've got about 3 laps to go when they go back green flag here. Shane James has been in control of this one the whole entire time with that HRE Motorsports Madhouse machine up there with the Team Friday on it. But Randall Carter's been back there. He's going to have one more shot at him to see if he can't get it. Greg Throne, well, see if he can. You got Khalib right there behind them, so it could be anybody's ball game as it lights off on the pace truck. We're going single file, and these guys, man, are about to just put it in the wind on the dirt track here at Eldora under the lights.
Yep, old fly swatter Randall Carter is going to see what he can do. We're going to have three laps to go, I believe, when the pace car comes off the track here.
Yep, pace truck's coming around. Here it goes, drops off on pit road. Well, Shane James drops the hammer on that thing. Wastes no time to jump out front. Randall Carter back in the backside. Going to try everything he can do to maybe see if he's got the skill enough to run down him. Greg Throne, though, but everybody's single file as laps are winding down. 3 left in this one.
Yep, so far everybody's sticking to the high side. Garrett and Ebergy looking for a top 5, possibly on Gary Busey. They're right on the tail tank, though, of Caleb Sellner. Is Randall Carter closing in on Shane James out of turn 2?
Yes, he is. Randall Carter's going to try to make this thing interesting. 2 laps to go here. They'll come to the time. Oh, caution's out. That'll put an end to it unless they're going to tell them to race it out here. Nope, they all slow down. Wow, that right there. Man, I hate that one, but I don't know who might have brought the caution out. Let's go back.
I think it was old Gary.
Gary. Yep. Upside down. Let's go back one more time and see. I got a feeling it's been a theme all night long. He must have, caught the cushion, caught the wall. And you know one thing about these cars? They must be awful light because when he caught that cushion, it threw that thing in the air.
Oh, yeah, for sure. When you put they would have to put in 20 gallons of fuel in these cars, and any low, high gear, it doesn't matter. That always has the front wheels trying to lift off the ground, and the further on this race went, the lighter the rear end got, so they probably were driving it in deeper, throwing it in a little harder, because the car was a little bit tighter, so they had to it wouldn't turn as good, put it that way, as it would at the start of the race with the track carrying over for 45 laps like this with the fuel cells.
Absolutely. Well, Shane James is going to win this one here tonight for the VLR Midnight Madness Series. I don't see Greg Throne or Randall Carter in the team speak. We'll see if they come up here soon. But nonetheless, heck, we do got Shane James and at HRE number 3. And as I say that, we got a few guys jumping in here. Maybe there's Randall Carter. All right, we'll bring him down. Second place guy. And I'll bring Randall Carter up and let's talk to him. Go ahead, Dave.
Oh, hey TJ, what's up? You got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, man. I know you were a little harsh on your first interview, but let's try this again. Good second place run. I think you were losing a little bit faster behind Shane James at the end. Probably your first or second time in a midget ride. How was it?
It was pretty fun. I'm just kind of glad the track was as fresh as it was, because this is like only my second race ever in these things.
Yeah, I was surprised a couple guys weren't trying that bottom line even more. I know it's Eldora and everybody's usually on the high side, but these midgets they're probably the best car to hook up the bottom at all. Did you have to try to bottom at all this race, or were you up on the high side the whole time?
Started a race, I ran on the bottom, and then after I got in the second, I just decided to stay up top.
Yeah, I saw your teammate Garrett Nieberg got in the wall up top too. Same with Lewis Hewitt. You know, when guys are beating the wall down the way they were tonight, does that just make you even more nervous to have to run up there?
Oh yeah, whenever you know that that's the fastest part and the wall is just sitting right there waiting to take you out anytime you touch it, it gets a little nervous trying to even run up there. Kind of wanted just to run the bomb, just let whatever happen, but whenever I got in the second, I just said forget it, just full send on top and hope you never touch it.
Yep, that's the racer's mentality right there. Anyone you want to thank for this one?
Team VLR and you guys for putting on this broadcast.
Alright, good run, man.
Alright, that was the man right there. Randall Carter did an outstanding job here tonight. Well, I'm going to run on down here. Shane James, man, HRE Motorsports. Man here, well, he had control of this one pretty much all night long here. Shane James, Joe White in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, I tell you what, you had control of this one pretty much all night long out front there at that HRE Motorsports, a humming midget. How was the track and how treacherous was the feeling of that wall that close to you?
Yeah, I don't drive these that often, and when you're driving these up on the wall, you know, if you barely hit the wall, you're probably finished because you don't have a quarter panel or a door to lean on. But it's pretty treacherous, you know, if you miss your entry or get too high, and then when you got Randall on you there the last few laps, put a lot of pressure on me, and luckily the caution came out, but hopefully I was going to hold him off regardless. But yeah, the track was kind of one lane up top, but you know, that's where we had to run, so just held on for the win, I guess.
Did you think at any time you might want to go down to the low line?
No, I was just going to run the top and until I got passed or pressured. That's pretty much, I think, what anybody would do, you know, until you feel the pressure or get past.
All right, I'll tell you what, man. You pulled it off here tonight for the VLR Midnight Madness series here at Eldora and the midgets. Got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, thanks to HRE Motorsports, Team Friday, Dirt All Access, VLR for putting us on, Tommy Rowe, and everybody else that does this. It's pretty cool to race, you know, midnight race, you know, sitting at home board. So you guys for doing the broadcast, and all the people watching, all 10,000 of them.
There you go. I'll tell you what, again, congratulations, Shane, for pulling it off here tonight. All right, let's get on down here and get the unofficial results order here. Shane James puts it in victory lane. Randall Carter there in second. Greg Throne in third. Khalib sitting up in the fourth. Garrett Nieberge, he moves it back up to fifth. Randall Ply there in sixth. Tommy Rowe in the seventh. Matthew Hammer in eighth. Gary Busey the ninth. And Ty Williams rounds the top 10. Well, some guys, man, well, they had pretty good nights, and others not so much in these wild midget machines.
Yeah, no, honestly, no shocker. They used to call, you know, I'm a little bit snubbed towards Shane right now, just because he took that 12th and final transfer spot in that Race for Hope prelim. But good win to him. Like I said, no surprise. Like I was saying, it takes a driver to be really consistent in the non-wings, and they used to call him Scott Bloomquist James because when we used to run the fixed series, he'd run modifieds, he'd run late models, he'd run the sprint cars, and he was good in every single one of them. So it's honestly not too big of a surprise to see him come out here in you know, in a car he doesn't run much and you know, put a whipping on the field like this.
Yeah, definitely, man. Came out here tonight, man. A strong night here tonight. Well, folks, I'll tell you what, the Midnight Madness series here at VLR, he switches up cars week to week, so you might see something different every week. Every Thursday night, midnight. Well, you might as well say Friday morning, but either way, Thursday night, midnight. Come on out here, man, and I want to appreciate these guys for letting us put this thing on. For myself here and David up in the booth. Everyone, have a good night.